Well, we're here at the Parts View workbench, and it's time to troll the edge with Taco Marine. But guess what? This week, we're not trolling anything with Taco. We're actually got Travis here. You know, Travis, Taco has a variety of different categories that they go, but tonight we want to talk a little bit about the seat. So why don't you tell us about that division?
Absolutely. So Taco's been building helm seats for many years, but recently acquired one of the largest seating and upholstery manufacturers based out of Largo, Florida. So we do some of the biggest boat builders in the world and build some of the nicest helm seats you can get.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about the seats. You know, there's a lot of shallow water manufacturers in Texas that build some shallow water running boats. Those guys really love a pedestal seat. So why don't you tell us a little bit about these seats?
Absolutely. So those are two of our most popular new helm seats mounted on our stainless steel pedestals as well. So that Anclote bucket seat in the tan there is one of the most popular for the Texas market. That we do on a builder out in Texas currently, Shallow Sport SCB, with I believe your buddy Chad Kinney is running those on his boat currently.
Wraps all around you and keeps you in there.
Absolutely, holds you in, which is important for that fast-moving shallow water boat.
Yeah.
And then
go ahead.
The open water helm seat is the upgrade version for those Texas boats, which is also used on Shallow Sport out in that Texas market.
So let's talk about what's under the cushions. What do we have as far as manufacturing the frames and whatnot?
So the majority of our helm seats have a full stainless steel frame internal, the stainless steel armrests, and the stainless rollback hinges, which allows for that durability and comfort that you could expect from the Taco seating.
We got some really cool stitching there. Do we have some options as far as that goes?
Absolutely, Rick. So we have a CNC quilter in-house, so we can do any pattern you want for quilt. The most common right now is that diamond quilt that you see, whether a single or double diamond, but we do Bentley quilt as well, and pretty much anything you can think of, we can design it at Taco Seating.
So if a guy's redoing his boat right now, maybe he's putting some new power, a new trolling motor, he wants to put in some new seats, can he order those two seats online?
Absolutely, they're available on tacoseating.com. You can get them in base colors, which would just be your white and your gray and so on, or you can do the custom seating for part of our website, where you can build the seat with tons of different vinyl colors and anything you want added to them.
So speaking of colors, so we got a variety of different colors that you have there. What about mildew resistant and all of that stuff?
So all of our vinyls are antimicrobial, which is basically protecting them against pinking or mildewing. That's both on the vinyl and the thread as well.
All right, so quickly, tell us about this seat here for offshore and sport fish boats.
So this is our brand new ultra luxury teak helm seat. It's unreleased, but it's available to exclusive boat builders. You can reach out to your builder, your dealer, get that on order for your boat. It's got a full stainless steel frame, and it is the most comfortable ladder back helm chair on the market.
So Travis, where do we go to find out more info?
tacoseating.com to find out anything you want to know about our helm chairs. They're also available at many different retailers as well.
I know what we just did isn't always easy. You did a great job.
Yeah, you did.
All right, Dave, where are we going next?
Well, Bree.
We got a couple more new products left over, but we're going to start over there with the Bass Assassin, the KO Assassin. You know, this was a bait that Bass Assassin made a long time ago. And then they've decided to bring it back out because it's perfect for the forward-facing sonar guy and the guy who wants to use a wacky rig, any kind of soft finesse plastic thing. You know, this thing will work for it. Those big little lobes out there on the end, they just freaking undulate like crazy when that thing's sinking.
And you've been using these in your own lake in the backyard,
Been catching the first cast. I caught a bass on it.
How you rigging it?
I use a wacky rig in the middle. It's got a little ball weight and a weedless little weedless thing on it, and just throw it next to the lily pads, and it usually gets hit on the sink because that thing just undulates like crazy with those nice big balls on the end.
And where can we go to buy this?
BassAssassin.com.
All right, so let's talk a little bit.
Next,
again, another Abu Garcia.
The Abu Garcia Veritas winch reel. This thing is made super powerful, low profile reel. It's got a 5.4 to 1 gear ratio. It excels at throwing deep water crankbaits and Alabama rigs, heavy stuff. It's got that 95 millimeter bowed aluminum handle and a D2 gear system. So it has a lot of power, 25 pounds of drag. So, you know, you put it on this Veritas winch rod and you're gonna pull them out of the hole.
So Dave, with a 5.4 retrieve ratio,
Yes.
what would you use this for?
Oh,
Worm fishing?
no, crankbaits. Maybe some heavy stuff in the lily pads and stuff you wanted to do some jigging with. But this is made for throwing deep crankbaits and Alabama rigs.
So you don't
and
reel
real
too
heavy
fast.
stuff. Well, not only that, it's got the torque and can really control those heavy baits.
All right, well, if we don't go to another region, we're going to get torqued.
Yes.
All right,
Correct.
Bree, where are we going?